Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to take a regular village blacksmith and turn it into a blacksmith of the future, like this one. So I basically had the idea that I wanted to take an entire villager village and I wanted to modernize it, as if the villagers were actually living in the future. I think that the blacksmith is still highly recognizable. I actually haven't changed the structure that much. I've just made it all nice and modern and stuff. And I'm hoping that you guys enjoy this video. And if you guys do enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could let me know both in the comments and by hitting that like button. And if you guys actually do like this video, this is the first one of its kind, then please do let me know whether you'd like to see more. Because we do have an entire villager village here that I would like to see modernized. But I'm obviously only going to do that if you guys would actually want to see it yourselves. So you will have to let me know with the ratings and in the comments. But that's enough talking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. To transform the village blacksmith, we will require every single one of these materials that I have in both my hotbar and my inventory. Please do make sure that you have access to every single one of these. And we also need a village blacksmith. Now, they do come in two varieties. You might find that the blacksmiths that you encounter are actually a mirrored version, meaning that like the stairs that you see there will be on this side and like the housey part will be on the opposite side here. It's fine, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that you'll be able to transform it no matter how you find the blacksmith. Pause the video if necessary, make sure that you found a blacksmith, make sure that you have all of this stuff, and then we can begin. Okay, so the first change that we're going to make is deleting the cobblestone stairs at the front of the blacksmith. Delete the blocks behind them as well, and replace them with quartz stairs. Then, delete the bottom oak fence left and right of the stairs, and replace that with grey concrete. Delete the fence above as well, and replace that with a birch fence. I'm also going to delete these stone slabs here, and I'm also going to destroy the base of the blacksmith. So all of the cobblestone that surrounds the outer part of the blacksmith is going to be destroyed, basically from one set of stairs to the other, and I'm going to replace it using grey concrete. Like this. Next, I'm going to place a blue stained glass pane to the right of the grey concrete on the right that has the birch fence on it. And behind the left grey concrete with the birch fence on it, I'm going to place 3 glass pane coming backwards. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to delete these 2 cobblestone blocks quickly and replace them using pillar quartz block. I'm then going to delete this entire back section of cobblestone. Or, as a matter of fact, I'm going to delete the cobblestone at the top of the build, like this. I'm going to delete the cobblestone that sits all underneath the stone slabs, like this. I'm also going to delete the oak wood and the cobblestone that sits on the right side of the build. So, similar to what we did at the base of the blacksmith, we're going to end up with this shape. I then want to replace, and then I want to place a layer of quartz slabs in front of all of the remaining cobblestone that sits in front of the base of the cobblestone. So it's parallel to the stone slabs that we have at the top of the build, like so. We're then going to delete all of these stone slabs, above the quartz slabs, like this. And we're going to straight up just swap them for quartz slabs themselves. Like that. I'm then going to destroy the cobblestone roof. And replace it with a grey one. Like that. The next thing I want to do is a little bit more specific. So, on the right side of the build where we have the oak wood and oak wood planks, I'm going to delete the front face of the build, like this. And I'm going to replace all of it using grey concrete. So, straight up swap the oak wood planks and oak wood for grey concrete. We're going to create a window in the center, digging out a 2x2 space in the middle. At the base of the space, I'm going to place pillar quartz block, and above it, blue stained glass pane. Coming to the right side of the build, I want you to delete the glass panes, replace them with blue glass panes, and then delete all of the oak wood planks and oak woods, and replace them using grey concrete, like this. Perfect. On the back of the build now, we are going to do a very similar thing. We're going to delete all of the glass panes and replace them with blue glass pane, and then all of the wood, and we're going to replace it with grey concrete. Like that. I'm now going to quickly get rid of the lava that is inside of the blacksmith because I don't want it to go pouring everywhere. And then returning to the back of the build, I'm going to delete all of the cobblestone at the back of the build like this. And also replace that with grey concrete as well. On the side of the build here, I'm going to get rid of the cobblestone and the iron bars. Inside of the build, I'm going to get rid of all of the furnaces and cobblestone structure that surrounded the lava. Like this. I'm also going to quickly delete this chest. Now I have a load of goodies that I have to store in my inventory. But where the chest was, I'm going to place a grey concrete block, join it to the ceiling, and then join it to the oak wood plank wall. I'm then going to delete all of the oak wood planks and systematically replace them using grey concrete instead. Like that. This leaves us enough space to have a furnace area. I'm going to place a row of furnaces connecting the pillar quartz block to the wall with a gap behind them. I'm also going to place a sea lantern at the top of the middle of the back space, coming down from the ceiling. I'm going to place quartz slabs around that sea lantern like this so it looks all nice and futuristic. And then the next job that we're going to do is delete all of the cobblestone that is in the floor of the build, and you may also want to do this perhaps underneath the furnaces and stuff, but under many blocks, if you can't see them, you might choose not to delete them. But that is a choice that is completely yours. So, what we then want to do is replace the cobblestone blocks using quartz blocks, as you can see me doing now. Like this. On the inside of the build, I'm going to delete the stairs and replace them with quartz stairs in both cases. In the corner here, I'm going to delete this plank and replace it with a pillar quartz block. I'm going to delete the table and replace it with a birch fence, and on top of the birch fence, a birch pressure plate. In the corner where the chest was, I'm going to place a white shulker box instead. An ender chest is also good decoration, but I like the shulker box for some reason. I really like how it goes. You could even have both if you like. For the actual entrance of the blacksmith, I'm going to give it a door, which is a birch door. In the corner next to the door, I actually added a little something. I added a chest, item frame, an armor stand, some armor which I have to be careful not to put on, and we will also need a sword too once we have done this. So next to the actual entrance, I'm going to place an armor stand, and I'm going to outfit it with armor. I'm going to place a chest next to this with an item frame above, and inside the item frame I would prefer to place, you see, I've got the armor on now, that's fine. You know what, I feel a little bit more modern myself with the armor. And inside the item frame I'm going to place a diamond sword. The last little bit of detail that we're going to be adding is a lava bucket, or lava I should say, behind all of the furnaces and just below the sea lantern and stuff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your blacksmith complete. If you would like to add further details inside the house, I do have a couple of suggestions. These are very simple suggestions, so you might perhaps want to add a potted plant onto the seating area. Flower pot with a blue orchid in it goes very nicely with the room. You might also feel the need to perhaps add an ender chest in here as well, just because it kind of goes with the atmosphere. You might also like to add a ladder inside of the house leading up to the ceiling, or up to the roof I should say, like this, so now you can actually climb up on top of the roof. And other small details inside the house, perhaps you want to add maybe some sort of painting just to make it a bit more lively, and maybe even a little bit more light as well. However, that's completely up to you. And the only thing that I might consider adding outside is perhaps where the stone slabs were stacked up, perhaps add an anvil or something like that, just to make it a little bit more blacksmithy. But that is kind of transforming the blacksmith a little bit further beyond than what I had planned. I only wanted to modernize it. Once complete, your blacksmith should look exactly like this. The goal of transforming the blacksmith was to keep the shape and structure very similar to the original, and adding just a few modern touches and changing the materials. It was not meant to be used as a shell for an entire new blacksmith. I want the building to be as recognizable as the original, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much. And if you did hit that like button, consider sharing the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to keep up to date with this series and anything else that I decide to make on the channel in the meantime. And please remember that if this video does get some positive feedback, if you guys actually do enjoy this tutorial, then you're going to have to let me know what build I should transform next. And if I do end up transforming more builds, and it's very possible that I won't, I am making a modern village playlist which you will be able to find in the card system and the description below. It'll look exactly like this one. The very first tutorial is going to be this blacksmith right here, and it might very well be the last. I want to see whether you guys would like to see any more of these videos in the future. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!